Young Kweku has it all teed up. And here we go from LA. Khalil Herbert on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. A first carry here for Tony Pollard. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and he could find a completion just like that.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
All in left side. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That one gains 7. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Zone read here, a give to Pollard. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the 46. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Right side, this is into the hands of Felton. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short. They'll go, it's Pollard. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's simply a bet being made that not only is your call or scheme better, but that your players just want it more than the big fellas on defense do. And clearly on that one, they did.
Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught, Tucker Kraft. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you gotta imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. The lateral goes haywire. It's out. And this is going to be Raiders football. Well, that right there is exactly how you kill some momentum. An early setback, no doubt, but the first time out, fumbling it away in enemy territory, that's tough.
And such a bummer, right? Because the journey was going well. You script for success, you get that ball moving, and then you're right, you just lose all sorts of momentum. Got to recapture it the next time out.
He does it! Touchdown! The Raiders don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Koo with the extra point. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Throwing here, Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. He can run it. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. They gain 14 on the play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
He finds Diggs right side. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Short pass brought in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. From the 32. That's going to be caught, Tony Pollard. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And again, here's Hurts. They're setting up the screen. It's Pollard. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They give to Pollard on the option. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that 1st down. Picks up 4. Offense up to the line fast. Trying to get it with the option. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Moody knocks it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You know, you look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a three-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved the touchdown more.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On third down, it's Young. The Rams get to him, and he's dropped! And they're staring at a fourth down now after that sack.
The number of times we see quarterbacks with his running ability make plays, critical plays on third down, it's got to be refreshing for that defense to finally see them on the right side of it.
Picked up at the 38. Broke through the tackle. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here's 2nd and 11. Brought in, a big gain here for Diggs. And they're going to have 1st and goal. He's out of bounds just shy of that 5-yard line. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
The ability to take any completion, short or deep down the sideline, and continue adding yardage, that's called yak, and every coach loves it.
First down from the red zone. Headed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a second quarter lead. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Rams push their lead to 3. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Fields this one at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Young working from the gun. This one's out to Pearsall on the left side. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Now Young. Chased out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap now to Young. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Hurts. That's complete to Diggs on the slant. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Hurts on 1st down. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, L.A. The Rams grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams make it a 10-point ball game. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Returning it from the 4. Making some progress here. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. And going play action, Young. Complete, Derrick Henry. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Play action now, Young. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that game. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. It's Young to throw here on 1st. Complete to Henry on the check down. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Catch is made in close, and in for the touchdown. The Raiders make it a one-score game before halftime. Tyreek Hill the touchdown, his second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights, and the Raiders cut it to a field goal game. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Here's Herbert on the return. Showing a little burst so far. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he's stopped. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. One final shot before the half. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Entering Cooper takes it away. And the Raiders are stopped on that return. So that interception's going to be the final play of this opening half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Off the play fake, it's Young. Bails out of the pocket quick. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr., and he's halted after about a 6-yard pickup. The stop made at the 36. Second and 4. Connects with Harrison again. Juke the defender. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. First down, Young. He's got Bellinger. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice that both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
This is Henry on second. And he's going to take this to the 23. The stop made to set up third and very short.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Out of the gun, Young. Complete beyond the marker. He's got the first down grab and still going. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Raiders take the lead right away in half number 2. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Raiders take a 4-point lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Here's Herbert on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. From the pistol, Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Looking to throw, Young. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway. Ugh.
Henry has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Back to Henry. And he's in this time. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Koo with the extra point. And the Raiders drive their lead to 11. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. His return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Puts his body on the line, and he got it! It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
First and 10, here's Hurts. Looking slant route, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. And that's good for a gain of 5. Christian Harris on the stop. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it too.
Okay, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
Now Hurts getting his guys set for this 2-point play. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in. The lead, only a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Raiders' ball, a chance at a win if they can hang on to this lead. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Young working from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Defense shows blitz. Young hits his running back. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. On play action, here's Young. Flushed out of the pocket. He sends this one to the end zone. And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders make it a 9-point advantage. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Raiders make it a 10-point ball game. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. He fields it from the 8. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Rolling left by, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Caught by his back here. It's Pollard. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Working quickly here. Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Completed to his running back. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, even the toughest in the league to catch can still be caught at times. It just takes a defense that's determined and relentless. And the real big key, when you get that split second, you've got to take advantage of that opportunity. Defense just did.
Trying again following the sack. Completed over the middle. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
The Raiders go a nickel on this 3rd down. Hurts to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So it's 2nd and 10 now, ball still at that 39-yard line. Handoff headed right to Henry. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Raiders approaching win number 7 on the year. And on this 3rd down, Rams electing to go with a dime set. Shotgun snap now to Young. It's caught by Harrison. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Uh-oh, he's in trouble, and the Rams bring him down. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Kate, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number 1, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
Out of the gun, Henry. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Throwing from the gun here. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Koo able to put it through. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it, and we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Now Hurts. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Went to the old well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future. They had somebody there waiting for it that time.
And that's into the end zone, so they follow the touchdown by tacking on 2 more to their lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Here's Herbert on the return. This makes it up to the 25. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver's gonna get it to begin the drive. Now, these drives quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
All right, one more snap to play here. They run the counter to Pollard. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And this thing of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely.